Hey guys, this is Tech It Out, and today we're going to be finding out is iOS 8 still usable in 2018. First, we're going to be starting off with a Safari test as usual with Apple.com, and it's loading sort of slowly, but I believe it will load. Yes, it did, as you can see here. And it loaded and nothing has crashed, and it's not very slow once it loads, but I'm pretty sure this is laggy. Yeah, it is. So we're going to go to our normal iPad Pro section because it's really hard on the browser for some reason, and we're going to see if it can handle it or not. The only ones I've really had good luck with handling it is the newer ones, such as iOS 9, iOS 10, iOS 11. I'm not sure about iOS 8, so let's find out. So it's really frozen up right now. Okay, there it moves. And I had it loading earlier, but I guess we'll see if it's going to load this time. Oh, it is loading. Look at that. Okay, so iOS 8 can load the iPad Pro section. I don't know why it's so hard on the browsers, but okay, so all the animations are loading too. There's a little spinny circle thing right there, so I guess something's trying to load. And then all these words have loaded. So, I mean, it seems to be doing pretty good. All the animations are smooth, but it's really laggy, as you can see, a little delay there. But other than that, it's pretty good. So the next website we will be going to is Microsoft, right there. And as you can see, it is working just fine. It is loading. Actually really quick. I already tried this once. This is actually a remake of the video because I had camera issues. So it loaded really fast. Is anybody getting Forza Horizon 4? I'm not sure if I will. I have Forza Horizon 3. It's pretty cool. But now we're going to Samsung.com. So we've got Samsung loaded here, it looks like. I think. Well, is it going to load? Well, at least the ads are loading. It's a good sign for the people who make the ads. And, oh wow, it just skipped. But it's working fine. It's a little bit laggy too. All the web pages I've done on this iOS 8 have been sort of laggy, but other than that, it's still doing really good. So Safari works on iOS 8. So I was going to see if iMessage is usable, but apparently it's not. I've tried to activate it like 5 or 6 times now, and it still won't let me activate. So iMessage is definitely not usable on iOS 8. So now let's talk about app compatibility. All these are the only apps I've downloaded so far. Spotify, it said requires iOS 9.0 or later, so I had to download an older version, as well as YouTube, I think, required 10.0. And Instagram and Minecraft and Asphalt 8 loaded just fine. Actually, Asphalt 8, I believe we might have had to download an older version. I'm not sure. But we're about to test out these apps. But first, let's see how fast does the App Store load, if it does load, which it obviously did, or else how did I get those apps? But let's see how laggy it is. It seems pretty decent, actually. So you can scroll through the apps. It seems just fine. Yeah, and it's working, actually. Pretty decent compared to like iOS 6, which is just like awful. Especially like iOS 4, iOS 3. Don't use the App Store on iOS 3. That's my recommendation to you. It's so slow. Okay, so iOS 8's App Store works fine. Let's see about iTunes Store. So it seems to be loading, and there's the Apple Music ads. That's a lot of ads. And then here's a bunch of albums and featured arts. So, featured artist, I mean. So, it looks like it's loading just fine. So, the built-in stores, I guess you can call them the iTunes Store and App Store, work just fine. So, the next thing I wanted to try was FaceTime. As you can see, it's working just fine. I can see the phone with the other phone just fine. It works. For some reason, iMessage doesn't work. It really doesn't actually make any sense. As you can see, FaceTime works just fine for some reason, and iMessage doesn't. It doesn't make any sense, but it activates fine on FaceTime, but not iMessage. Okay, so now that we've tested your basic stop applications, now we're going to test some third-party applications, starting with Instagram. This is the latest version of Instagram, but for some reason, I couldn't get the pause to pop up. That's what I was going to show you to prove that it's the latest version. But the App Store said it was the latest version. There was no update to install. I even just searched Instagram and there was no update when there normally is. But Instagram works fine. You have all your normal stories up here. You can view your personal profile and your direct messages, as you can see. But I'm not going to go into those. But so Instagram works just fine. The next one we're going to do is YouTube. Now this one, I know I had to download an older version of it. So I'm just going to go onto my channel and I'm going to show you one of my videos. This is my most recent one, how to downgrade to iOS 8. That's how this phone is on iOS 8. I'll show you in this video. If you want to find out, link will be in the description. So you can turn it sideways, I hope. There it goes. Okay. Uh-oh. It froze up. No, it didn't. Okay, so iOS 8 plays YouTube just fine, as you can see. It works fine. All the normal gestures to close out the videos works just fine. All the tabs are here. It's not too slow, actually, on YouTube. But shows most everything that I would normally see on my iOS 10 or iOS 11 device. Next, we're going to move on to iOS 8, which is the only game I have downloaded that worked. I couldn't get Minecraft to work for some reason. Who knows why, but I could not. Okay, so as you can see, it finally loaded. It actually kind of like froze up, and I had to reload it at one point for some reason. But we're just going to play it for a second and try to see if it will work or not and see how laggy it is. Okay, so it finally loaded, as you can see. I'm going to attempt to race. I'm probably not going to do that great. Or I might. I don't know. Okay, so it's probably playing in 20 to 30 frames per second here. Definitely not very consistent. Oh my gosh. The latency right here. That's unreal. Like, look how laggy that is. Like, that's so slow. Oh my gosh. So we're probably getting around 15 FPS right now. Unfortunately, it does not tell you. But technically, the game is playable. So I can't say you can't play Asphalt 8 on iOS 8. It is playable. But you cannot play it in 60 FPS or at full response that you could get. Much less iOS 9. I wonder how slow it would be on iOS 9. Because iOS 9 is a lot slower than iOS 8 on this iPhone. Or it's a bit slower. It's not a ton. Okay, so Asphalt 8 is definitely playable on iOS 8. The last app we're going to test is Spotify. Everybody loves Spotify, right? Okay, so as you can see, Spotify has worked. And I'm going to search a song. So you can't choose the songs. That's why I use Spotify++. Okay. So it still works, and it works out of the Spotify app. Okay, so Spotify works just fine, as you can see. So all the apps I've tested have worked just fine today, except for iMessage. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope to hit 150 subscribers or 200. That would be incredible. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers, by the way. I'm going to try to do a questions and answer video. Also, if you're not following my Instagram account, it's at TechItOutForever. You can follow on the screen, and you can type that in your Instagram search and follow me. But I have a post about a Q&A video coming up. I will be doing a questions and answer video, so if you want to participate in that, go drop your questions on this post here. So again, thank you so much for watching this. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.